Well, welcome in everybody. Hello and happy Tuesday. I am Dean the Turkey Legster, and this is Let's Talk Turkey. Did I just say that? Anyway, welcome in. I am gonna be chatting tonight. Tonight we are talking about Star Wars. Um, so everyone on the replay, welcome in. Let me know that you were watching. And I've got a question in the top of the chat asking everyone who is your favorite Star Wars character. So if you're on the replay, let me know in the comment who is your favorite Star Wars character. And would love to hear about that. And I will share mine later on in the stream. Um, Amanda P, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Favorite character is BB-8. Cool. Awesome, awesome. Mark Langenkamp, welcome in, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Hope you all are having a great evening. I am a little on the tired side. I actually was down at Disney today, and I did a stream. I was there. I headed out around 4 o'clock, and then I got home. Um, you know, got to deal with Orlando traffic. Yeah, it was great. But no, I had a great time at Disney, and I did a stream. I did stream this morning. It was a fun stream, and I actually did a lot of things. Um, for someone who just walks around and takes in the park, we actually got to do quite a bit on the stream, and it was really really fun. So if you have missed my Magic Kingdom stream from this morning, that's another replay that you can go back and check out here on the channel. And I will be back in Disney World next week on Monday morning. I will be at the Animal Kingdom and we'll be strolling around and taking in that park for a little while in the morning. Um, Tina McNeil, hello, welcome in. Chat is going in and out. Anyway, hello. Oh, hello. Wow, okay. Um, so anyway, in case you're wondering, I did get a turkey leg today at Magic Kingdom. Um, the Unfortunately, Magic Kingdom does not do very well um, with providing shaded seating, and so hold on, my mouse is not working. There we go. So I had to walk around quite a bit in order to find somewhere to sit to eat my turkey leg. And I did end up finding somewhere. It was not in the shade. It was not at a table. It was not on a bench. Um, but I found somewhere to eat it, and it was good, as always. Sorry, guys. Wow. Dave Striken, welcome in. Is the Millennium Falcon a character? Well, I don't know. I've never thought of it as a character, but it's more of a ship. Um, yeah. Um, but anyway, welcome in, Dave. Last week I was at Hollywood Studios and I strolled around Galaxy's Edge, Batu, um, looking for looking at, Star Wars things. It was also very hot that day as well. And so it's getting to be that time of year. Um, um, but anyway, Dave said, I mean, it's a machine, but so are the droids. Yeah, but the droids, so I guess the difference between the droids and the ships is that the droids are kind of made to be characters. They're kind of made to be, have a personality and have, numbers. They're they kind of become characters, whereas the ships are more they're ships. Um, but anyway, that's what I think about it. Mark says, I think Chewie has to be my favorite character. Yeah, Chewbacca. Um, so speaking of droids and characters, um, my favorite character is R2D2, followed closely in second place by Yoda, um, Master Yoda, and probably third place. Oh my goodness! Sorry, guys. In third place, probably Darth Vader, and so those are the top three for me. Gloria Thibodeau, welcome in. That's right. Take you to him, I will. So I bought this. I wanted to pull this out just to show you guys. And I think I say this the last couple of years. I think I have pulled this out to show on stream. But I bought this a few years ago. It's Time magazine, and it's special edition for the 45th anniversary and the story of Star Wars. So this kind of talks about, I guess that's what it talks about is the whole history of George Lucas making the franchise, making Star Wars, and I've had it for several years, and I still have not read this. So I think I'm going to try to start reading it. Disnoa, welcome in. Chris, Curtis family, welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. Yeah, Star Wars, a space western with laser swords. And I actually watched, I think it's on Disney Plus. Although I watched it off the DVDs, the DVD set. There's a documentary I think it's called Empire of Dreams, and it's a pretty thorough, I think, pretty thorough talk through um, how Star Wars came to be, the creation of the series, of the franchise. Um, and so and I think it's on Disney Plus. But Brian, welcome in. Hello. Happy Tuesday. Um so anyway, yeah, so without going into like the technical side, I mean, obviously was not born when Star Wars came out. I was actually would have been born the year after Return of the Jedi came out. So I was like growing up, I was not aware of Star Wars until actually The Phantom Menace came out. And I was kind of, it was becoming big. And around that time, I think it was around that time, or maybe really soon before that, we actually, this is back when they had video rental stores. So I remember, um, well, yeah, Brian, maybe, but um, I remember riding my bike down to the movie store to rent the movie. And every time I went to down to do that, I would consult, okay, what do we rent this time? What do we look for? And then it was actually, I have to credit my dad for suggesting that one time, let's get Star Wars. So, of course, this was A New Hope, but we rented Star Wars and watched it. And I remember, uh, probably like everyone else in 1977 when they first watched this, Star Wars. It was a movie unlike I had ever seen. I had seen like, I think I had seen science fiction-y type movies. I'm not sure what I saw. Maybe I didn't. But it was very much I was very much hooked and came to find out there were two other movies. So I think and I'm really unsure what year this was, but I know that um I know it was right around the time or right before or right after. I'm not sure, that 99, 2000, 2001 time frame when The Phantom Menace came out and, Star Wars was becoming, it was kind of getting a reboot kind of in society. Mark says, I saw Star Wars the first time with my dad, and then I watched it 11 times more that summer. Oh, awesome. Tina says, I saw it in college. Jason, welcome in. um, so anyway, after that, I think my two brothers, um, next, down, next youngest from me, I think they started getting interested. We ended up seeing Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi. We ended up seeing The Phantom Menace. And so I was becoming interested in Star Wars when Attack of the Clones came out. And I don't think, I'm actually not sure if I think I went to see that in the theater. So that might have been my first theater Star Wars, was Attack of the Clones. And then I saw Revenge of the Sith, um, of course, a few years later. And by that time, I was full-fledged Star Wars. I had, books and things. I had watched the movies. Um, I was I was into it definitely by that point. And then, of course, that was years and years later. Of course, Disney took over Star Wars for better or for worse. You decide. And then they did the sequel trilogy, um, Force Awakens, The Last Jedi, Rise of Skywalker. I saw. I don't think I saw right. No, I must have seen Rise of Skywalker in theaters. I know I saw The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi in theaters. Um, I saw Rogue One. I think I saw Rogue One. Yes, I did. Rogue One. I saw Rogue One in theaters. I saw Solo in theaters. Um, I think I have gone to seeing all the Star Wars movies that have, come out into theaters. Now some of the special releases, like anniversary releases, I think they just did one for Revenge of the Sith. Not, yeah, Revenge of the Sith. Um, it might even still be going on. I might have to look that up. For like 20 years, because it's 20 years. Oh my gosh, 20 years of Revenge of the Sith. So I mean that's crazy because I remember when that first came out, and we were finding out how Darth Vader came to be. I mean, we knew from the original trilogy that it was Luke's father, and he turned to the dark side. But the actual story, we got filled in on some of the details there. Um, so I have seen a couple answers in the chat on favorite characters. Um, oh, so I want to ask you guys something, and please don't unsubscribe, but why can't Jedi email photos? Do you know why Jedi can't email photos? Because attachments are forbidden. Oh my goodness, please don't leave. Please don't leave. Stick around, stick around. Mercy. Um, let's see, there was another bad Star Wars joke that I saw. Okay, here's another one. I promise this will be the last one. That'll be a little bit of a game we can do. Which program do Jedi use to open PDF files? Which program do Jedi use to open PDF files? Oh, very, very close. What I brought up says Adobe Wan Kenobi. Julie Gerbil, welcome in. Dean, why is duct tape like the Force? Oh, why is duct tape like the Force? Um, wait. Why is duct tape like the Force? Um, oh gosh. It's the heat, I promise. It was the heat from walking around Magic Kingdom today. I lost brain cells. I can't think. Something about binding us together. Timothy Rainwaters, welcome in. I'm going to say it's got to be it binds us all together. Surrounds us and binds us all together. So anyway, while I'm waiting for the answer. Okay. It has a light side, a dark side, and it holds the universe together. Good one. Let me try to find. And I just had it up. I thought it'd be fun to do a little ask some would you rather questions. All right, would you rather? There is a few interesting questions. So here we go, guys. Wait a minute. What's a baseball player's least favorite Star Wars movie? Oh, The Empire Strikes Back. Or The Umpire Strikes Back. Yep, okay. Oh, that's fine. Okay. So, here you go, guys. Here's a couple. Let's do a couple. Would you rather fly an X-Wing or a TIE fighter? Do you rather fly an X-Wing or fly a TIE fighter? So I think part of the answer to that is, are you with the Empire or with the Rebellion? X-Wing, X-Wing. Does the TIE fighter come with TIE food? Uh, X-Wing, yeah, there's no Millennium Falcon. X-Wing, everyone's saying X-Wing. Got 4 X-Wings. 5 X-Wings. All right. Let's move on. All right. Here we go. Would you rather have R2-D2 or BB-8 as your droid? Would you rather have R2-D2 or BB-8 as your droid? Paul Danino, welcome in. Oh gee, R2-D2. Jason says BB-8, so we got one for each. 2 BB-8s, 2 R2s, 3 R2s, and 2 BB-8s. Actually, no, 3 R2s, because I'm an R2. 4 R2s, 5 R2s, and wait, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 5 R2s and 2 BB-8s. Wait, 2 BB-8s. Oh, good question, Mark. One of those questions. Is it AT-AT or AT-AT? To me, it's AT-AT. And if you happen to notice in my stories last week, I think that's how I read it. AT-AT, because they are capitalized and they stand for something. Although, I gotta say, there are things, acronyms that I do say. As a word. Timothy says C3PO. Well, C3PO wasn't really a choice, but I do like C3PO. C3PO sounded like C3PO is pretty high on the list. Gotta be honest. For me, because I feel like it was useful for 3PO to know all the languages. Dave says, I wonder why no one ever started giving droids human names. I mean, I know a dog named Kevin. You think C3PO might go by Tyler or something. Oh, I don't know. Dave, I don't know. Is it because I don't know why, Dave. I don't know. Jonathan, welcome in. Welcome in. Um, Let me ask one more. Oh, here we go. This is one of those questions that might become a kind of a deep discussion and ask some things back and forth. Would you rather serve Darth Vader or Darth Sidious? Oh, hold on, guys.
Hi, Dane.
Howdy, hi, Don. Welcome in.
How are you?
I am tired.
I I know
I
you are. What a
am,
fantastic live stream today. We really enjoyed
I
that.
know.
Hi, Noah. It was a really good live stream. Did you? I'm sure you had a good day, and obviously you went and got your turkey leg, right?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Good, good. I didn't
I
mean to
did.
interrupt.
That's
Happy
okay.
Star Wars. Happy Star
Happy
Wars
Star
Day.
Wars,
Happy
yes.
Revenge of the Fifth. Um, Beware Revenge of the Fifth. I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed it.
Yeah. I started
Always fun.
watching I started watching A New Hope the other day
Hi,
and I
Timothy. Jason.
I kind of I got derailed and I never went back and um I don't know. I've seen it so many times through the years. I've seen all of them so
Mm-hmm.
many times except for
Hey, Tina.
7, 8, and 9. I haven't seen as many times, but I don't really care to, honestly. Um So I don't know, maybe I'll make it through. Maybe I'll try to watch the original trilogy. I was mentioning at the earlier in the stream um, that there is a documentary called Empire of Dreams. I believe it's what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
And I watched it on DVD way back, way back, um, years ago. But I do think it's on Disney Plus available to watch, and it just goes through like the background of all the original trilogy, how Star Wars, the movies
Mm-hmm.
got started, how they made the movies. Really, really interesting. Um, and of course, in the DVD world, when they did episodes 1, 2, and 3, they went all double disc, and then we got,
It did.
especially
Mm-hmm.
with episode 1, there
Yes,
was
I have those.
all the
Mm-hmm.
bonus features, and the documentary for those, and how those um,
Mm-hmm.
made and kind of the behind the
We
scenes.
have we actually have um, a set, an anniversary set. I can't remember what year it was, but I bought Jeff an anniversary set one year of the first three. Well, four, five, and six. And it was like it was okay, it was VHS tapes, and so that's kind of a neat thing to have. And then we have them on DVD. We have several
I do, yeah.
iterations of them, but yeah,
Well,
some of the extra footage on those Dean was really cool. Um, the life of George Lucas and how he sacrificed quite a bit to get Star Wars to the screen. He really struggled to do that, but he stayed with it because he felt like it was a worthy endeavor. But yeah, good stuff. There's a lot of stuff on Disney Plus. There's some
yeah.
interesting interviews on Disney Plus uh, about it. It's an amazing franchise.
Oh, yeah. It was amazing how see the story about when they were making the first, A New Hope, and nobody knew what they were doing. They didn't know what all these Star Wars gobbledygook, whatever. You hear some like Carrie Fisher talks about how she didn't even know what. when she was like, I think the lines where she's talking to the pilots there before they go into battle. She talks about she didn't know what any of those lines meant, talking about how they're gonna. What I don't know. I gotta watch that again.
Right.
She just
Right.
I got okay. Mark told a joke here.
He did.
What do you call a transparent droid? C-3PO. Oh,
That's a good
mercy.
one. See, that's a good one for the laugh floor. Mark, have you ever submitted that to the laugh for
All
the
right,
jokes at the
you
laugh
muted,
floor?
Dawn.
Oh, I'm muted.
Something. Did I mute? No. Am I muted, guys? Someone
Uh,
muted. I'm not muted, but I can't hear Dawn. But good one, Mark. Good one, Mark, by the way. Good Mark.
can you guys hear me?
No, I can't hear
Let's
you.
see. Okay, Mark says he
Oh,
hears
so
us
it's
both.
just I can't hear Dawn. Interesting. So what's wrong with me?
So Dave's the problem child. Guys, I've been saying it for a while. So we get to talk about him while I can't hear me. Okay, now I can't hear you at all.
Can you hear me
Okay.
now?
Okay. I can hear you now.
So I unplugged my headset, which is not preferable to me. Let me try to plug it back in, see if it'll
Okay. I'm not sure what happened.
come back.
And I'm getting feedback.
Okay, hello, hello. Can you hear me?
Okay, testing.
I see I can't. Oh my Lord, I think
Testing.
bless my circuits. I think I
Okay,
may
you have
have
an
to.
echo.
Okay, well I guess we'll
Okay,
just
now
finish.
I'm getting an
I'm getting
echo
an echo
You're getting an echo now. Okay, great.
from you.
from you.
Hold on. Let me try something.
Um,
Uh,
hello.
My headset might have died. I've had it a few years.
Maybe so.
Maybe so.
Okay, well,
They
I'm
have
gonna dip to the Yoda
they
ears.
have
They
only
have
so
only
much
so much
shelf life.
shelf life.
I don't even know. That has to just be a Amazon thing. But no, I don't even know if this is gonna work.
Help me,
Help me,
Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan.
You're my
You're
only
my only
hope.
hope.
How was that, Jonathan? Okay,
Can you guys all hear
now.
me?
Okay. Can
Can you
everybody
hear
hear
me?
us? Yep, no more echo, and I can hear you fine, Dean. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I just need to
Okay.
fix the volume. No offense. Okay, there we go.
Okay. There we go.
All right.
Now then, where were we? Oh, we were talking about George Lucas.
Yeah.
We actually, and it would have been, I'm thinking it would have been 2008. I'm trying to think. I'd have to look it up, y'all. But we actually stumbled into this was when we were going to Disney World, and William was I think he was in like seventh or eighth grade. I'd have to look it up. I'll clarify with him later on Hitchhiker Chat. But they used to have Star Wars weekends, and
Yeah.
oh man,
I went to one of
why
those. Yeah.
why don't they do that anymore? Oh my goodness. Those are fantastic. We stumbled in when they changed. They were changing the and Galaxy's Edge wasn't there, obviously, but they were changing and upgrading, refurbing, whatever you want to say, uh, the
What was Anakin's sister's name?
sister's name. Um, the oh man, okay, I lost it, y'all. I totally lost that brain cell died. The ride that's by the AT-AT, the big walker. The help me out, y'all. The one that's by the AT-AT still. Help me out. I am
Star
I
Tours.
so Star
Star
Tours.
Tours.
That's it. That's what I was going for. That's it. They were changing Star Tours out, and they had there was a it was amazing. There was a convention. The convention, the Star Wars convention, was in Orlando, so everybody and his brother, who's a diehard Star Wars fan, was there, and they were going to blow up the ride. So they were. It was a big thing. It was, and like I said, William and I literally stumbled into this. It was the first after hours ticket that we ever bought. And I think for the after hours, like everybody filed out at around 6 p.m. and then only the people with the ticket stayed. A lot of folks came into the park then the from the convention, and y'all, Hollywood Studios was full of people dressed in full Star Wars. I mean, it was incredible. It was absolutely amazing, and they had Anthony Daniel was there, who plays C-3PO, and George Lucas was there, and they did like a ceremony thing in the Indiana Jones Pavilion where they do the Indiana Jones show. And they had this big, presentation, and George Lucas was there and what have you. And then we went over to the ride, and Darth Vader blew up the ride. It was such a cool. It was so cool. It was amazing. So, and then they shut it down for refurb, and then brought it back. It was amazing. It really was. And we just stumbled into that. How I wish that they would. Dean, did you ever go to Star Wars
I
weekends?
did. I'm not. I have pictures. I have to look up and see.
Yeah,
It would
right.
have been. I've referred to this back to 2009, 2010, the
Yeah.
year I had a pass. Back
Yes.
then, and
Yes.
that would have most likely been the year. But I've got pictures of the Star Wars weekend sign. I've got pictures of
Yes.
they did the whole like special processional parade with the Goofy as Darth Vader and
Oh, wow.
Donald was
Yes.
the
Yes.
stormtrooper.
Yes.
Minnie was Leia, Mickey was Luke Skywalker, and then all the other, and then the Star Wars characters
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
also,
So
and
cool.
then
Yeah.
they all went down Hollywood Studios, and then they ended up at the Jedi on the stage in front of the
Hmm.
training academy,
Right.
which was a great
Right.
show.
It was. It
Also, I
was.
have pictures
Yeah.
from that.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. You should dig all that out, Dean, and show those, a slideshow, or that'd be
Absolutely, and
so
I
much
should
fun.
have if I wasn't
Yeah.
full of Disney 95-degree Florida heat brain
Gotcha. I
today,
gotcha.
I might
Yeah.
have been a little more prepared.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh no, I mean later on. You can do it later on.
yeah, oh
Yeah,
yeah,
you can do it later on. So yeah, those were so cool. Well, and they did, and not too long ago, they did the March of the First Order, which uh was really impressive, y'all. They had, I can't remember how many, stormtroopers they had. Captain Phasma in the lead. It pretty intense. Did you ever see that, the March of the First Order?
I think I heard they
Yeah,
did it, but I don't never saw it.
yeah. It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. I might actually have some video of that. Wow. I need to try to look that up. This is the first time I had it. It's on an old computer if I've still got it. But yeah, they did so many things. Star Wars Weekends was extremely popular. Um, it seems to me like they did a lot more. They had the stage show. They did a lot more entertainment wise then than they do now. They really did.
Definitely.
Uh, yeah. So the first time they allowed full costumes. Um, it's possible, Jonathan. I don't know if they had allowed full costumes before or not, but since it was a special night and all those folks were coming over from the convention anyway, they allowed them to come in, and it was incredible. There was a kid in there, y'all, that William and I thought that he was a Disney character. We thought he was a cast member. He was dressed like Anakin. He looked exactly like Hayden Christensen. I'm
Wow.
not kidding. He was. We thought that he was a cast member. That he was like photo pass. So William and I walked up to him and introduced ourselves and said, "Hey, can we get a picture with you?" He said, "Sure, sure." And we got a picture. And then as we walked away, William said, "Mom, there was no cast member with him. There was, that the characters always have a cast member with them, kind of lead them around and managing people and what have you." He said he's not a cast member. He's from the convention. And I said, "Oh my goodness, you're right. He is." It was incredible. There were Princess Leia's. There were people dressed as Han Solo. It was amazing. It was just amazing. So really neat, really neat experience.
Yeah.
And William, I said, William said, "Mom, I don't know." He said, bless his heart, he said, "I don't know." He said, "It's an extra ticket." We had never done that before. We had never, that was back in the day when they really didn't do that a whole lot, that whole extra ticket thing. And I said, "No." I said, "We're going to do it." And because when do you get a chance to do something like this? I said, "This is a once in a lifetime." I said, "We're going to do it." So we went to guest services after we got into the park and purchased the extra ticket. And I'm really glad that we did because it was really fun.
Yeah.
Okay, what droid? Mark wants to know what droid always takes the long way around. Oh, I was just about to say that R2 detour. I had that one. I was thinking R2 detour. I had that one. I got that one, Mark.
Good
So
one.
proud of
Good
myself.
one.
I got that one. I did. You put the answer up on the screen about the time
Oh.
I was thinking. I thought R2 detour. Yeah, I actually got that one. Oh man. Um,
Noah said, which Star Wars character would win the race? Which race? Any race? Like a
race.
um
Hey, R. Johns.
Alright, John,
How are you?
welcome in.
Obi-Wan.
We won the race. Okay. Alright, alright, that was a joke. I was thought we were gonna have a big philosophical discussion about the characters.
Well, Anakin was pretty good at pod racing. I mean, if we're
I
going
know,
to
I
the,
was thinking that.
it
I'm
was a
like,
pun.
you mean a
It was
pod
supposed to be a pun.
race?
Da, 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 da. Da, da, da.
Oh
Isn't it?
yeah.
R. Jones, how are you? How are
Mercy.
y'all tonight? Good to see you. I have been following Donna on Instagram, and just really enjoying a lot of the things y'all have been doing lately. Y'all have been having a lot of fun. It's been neat.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, a lot of fun.
Following Donna's Instagram, Laura Johns. It's good to see you.
Yeah.
Haven't seen you in person in a while. I feel like, gosh, I was there in December with Tina, and I feel like it's been forever. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, it's about time for you to come back to Florida and maybe in a
it
few
is.
weeks.
It is 19 days. 19 days. Got a countdown. 19 days.
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah. What is your Dean? What is your favorite Star Wars movie? Like of the prequels, the originals, and the sequels. What is
Um,
your favorite one?
I don't really know. There's things about each one. I was talking about this earlier.
Right.
I really became familiar with Star Wars when right after Attack of the Clones came out. Was really just introduced to Star Wars. Um,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What's your age? Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. See, Williams Star Wars era was the prequels. You know, that's
Mhm.
those movies were his Star Wars era. Mine, of course, was I was a child, but the originals when the originals came out. But you're
Yeah.
closer to William's
I'd
age, and
have
so
to.
yeah,
I mean, I,
yeah.
honestly, I'd have to say.
Oh,
I'd
that's a
have to.
good one, Mark.
I don't really know if I have a favorite. I like,
Uh huh.
obviously I like the originals. They just have, even though George made one, two, and three,
Mm-hmm.
you
They
know,
did.
there's something 4, 5 that 4, 5, and 6 has. But I have to say, if I had to pick one, probably Empire Strikes Back.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I was listening to some of the some soundtracks. I have a
Mm-hmm.
playlist I created on Spotify. Um, and actually, if you guys have Spotify, you can look up Dean's Star Wars Showcase on Spotify, and it's basically all my favorite
Oh,
selections out of all of the
making a note.
Star Wars soundtracks. And I listened to some of the um, pieces, and I forget which one it was. Anyway, this is what the art
Okay,
looks
cool. Yeah, I will.
like.
I will look that up, Dean.
So
I will
Dean's
definitely look that
Star
up.
Wars Showcase, and as you can see
Neat.
there, Dean the Turkey
Yeah.
Legster
Good.
is
I
the
will
thing. I don't remember
do that.
what I was listening to, but it was from Empire Strikes Back, and I was thinking there's just something really unique. I mean, we should take a moment here um, just to recognize John Williams' great music score on all those
Absolutely.
movies. Uh,
Absolutely.
and of course, he did for 1 through 9, and
Absolutely.
but definitely those for 4, 5, and 6, A New Hope,
Mm-hmm.
Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
There's just something
Yeah.
about those soundtracks that
Mm-hmm.
even more than all the others,
Oh, it's
um,
true.
that
Yeah.
really just kind of made makes the franchise what it
Mm-hmm.
is.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, John Williams did
My s-
Indiana Jones,
Harry
Jaws,
Potter, Close
Harry
Encounters,
Potter,
Jaws, and
Jurassic
on.
Park.
Jurassic Park.
Um, you name it. Others.
Yeah.
E.T. I think wasn't it? He
Yeah.
did that.
Yeah.
Um, just such a
Incredible.
yeah. And I think without that score from John Williams, I don't think that Star Wars would have been what it is.
It's possible,
Um,
Dane. Hey, Gloria. It's absolutely possible, yeah. And you can't, with there's so many, I mean, John Williams even did the music for Harry Potter. There are just so many, uh, amazing franchises that he did scores for. Um, a most prolific composer, I think, you know, um, of our time. I don't think anybody even comes close, really, to John Williams. We all have,
yeah,
theme songs. Indiana Jones, we all have theme songs in our heads from all these fantastic movies that were brought to life by his music. So yeah, that's absolutely true.
yeah, yeah.
And Dane, I'm going to have to hop off here,
Okay,
but
yeah.
I wanted to I
I'm gonna
wanted to
go
say
ahead and
hi.
yeah. So
Yes, Jurassic Park.
yeah. So yeah, everyone, if you want more Star Wars chat, hop over to the Hitchhiking Bones. Coming up here in just a few minutes, 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Central, top of the next hour. Um, for Hitchhiker chat, and they're talking Star Wars tonight.
We
By
are.
the way, my
Yeah.
wearing my Star Wars shirt here.
We have. I'm wearing my Spirit jersey, Ahsoka ears. Yeah, yeah.
So,
So
really quickly,
yeah, y'all
guys,
join
if
us.
you
We're
need,
gonna do some trivia. We're gonna do a little trivia and give away a couple of prizes. So y'all join us here in
okay,
a minute.
all right. Well, thanks for coming on, Dawn, and
Oh, you're welcome.
definitely enjoy it. And yeah, so Hitchhiker
Thanks for
chat coming up here, guys,
thanks for
on
inviting me. I'm gonna
the Hitchhiking.
sign off here, Dane,
Okay,
and let you.
wrap it
Thanks
up.
for having me. I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
you're welcome.
Happy Star Wars Day, everybody, and may the Force be with you.
Absolutely. All right. Thank you, Dawn, for coming on and being on the stream. So, really quickly, some just upcoming on the channel. Of course, Thursday is when I do Once Upon a Turkey Leg, where I read stories. I will be reading more Star Wars stories. This Thursday will be a second part out of two parts for Once Upon a Turkey Leg. Next Tuesday, Let's Talk Turkey. I'm going to be back. Chat picks topic. So I'm going to have nothing prepared. So you guys have some questions. Give me something to talk about. Whatever. So it depends on you guys to keep me talking. So come back next Tuesday, 9 o'clock, and just get me talking. Next Monday, I will be live from Disney's Animal Kingdom. Right now, the stream is scheduled at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I may move the time around. Time is subject to change, but it is definitely going to be Monday on the 12th. And then I have family coming into town, guys. So after next Tuesday's stream, I'm taking a couple of weeks off, and I am working on what I'm going to be doing going into June, and I will be talking about that. Look for a Saturday night, kind of a weekend edition of Let's Talk Turkey, kind of right at the end of um, whatever month we're in now, May. So the other thing that I have decided to do, and it's been generally advised against, or it's been not as positively reacted to as I thought. But I am going to be doing a tweak on the channel coming up here actually next week, after next week's Let's Talk Turkey. I'm going to be changing the channel name and my handle. So after next Tuesday, starting next Wednesday, I'm going to be the Turkey Legster. And so just for to be aware, that's a little tweak I've been working up to. I wanted to do a few years ago, and I kind of kept it there, and I kind of felt like, yeah, I should go ahead and do it, see what happens. Hopefully, you guys will stick around. My name is still Dean, but I will just be, the channel will be the Turkey Legster, and though it's going to be a little slight difference there. So we'll see how that goes, see how it feels. If I need to revert, come back to, my current name, then I will. But I'm gonna give it a try. I'm gonna give it a try for a few months. So anyway, you all have a gobbletastic night, a galactically gobbletastic night. And hopefully you have enjoyed this Star Wars talk. Thanks again to Dawn for coming on and chatting about Star Wars. It was a lot of fun. I will see you all guys Thursday night for Star Wars stories. So take care, guys. Have a gobbletastic night. May the Force be with you.